Hey guys, welcome to the Music Roundtable with your hosts, Lyle, Vicki, Kim, and Clint, where we discuss our opinions and experiences across many varieties of music. The music we love and maybe we don't. So sit back, grab a coffee or something harder, and get into the groove with the Music Roundtable. Hello.
Uh-oh.
Today we're talking about Apocalyptica.
We let Clint free. Range here, so this
is what happens.
Interesting. See what happens.
February 24th, they came to town with Nita Strauss opening up.
But let's just back up a second.
Okay.
This was not planned. We were not going to a concert.
Well,
we already had.
No. Okay. The couple people in this household wanted to go to this concert.
It wasn't me.
Tickets were in the vicinity of around $67. Humming and hawing about it. I fluked out, happened to find a Groupon for $30-some for tickets.
Oh, nice.
So
Yeah.
I got us tickets. I asked everybody I knew who wanted to go.
Or if they wanted to go.
If they wanted to go. Sadly, it was only the three of us that went, but it was still...
Sadly, I was one of them. Is that
And one
about
of
it?
us at the table is kicking himself for not going.
Yes, yes, I am.
Some of the people that refused to go as well, I can't do that because it's a Monday
it's
night.
A work night.
It's almost like a
It's a
school,
school
or work.
night.
Yeah, it's a work night. I can't do that. I go to bed at 7. What?
Well, he's also up at
Yeah,
5,
sorry.
so.
I mean, that's fair, but I'm up at 6.
I'm up
True.
at 5:40.
True.
No excuses.
I would say I'm usually in bed by 9:30, 10, and I'm still up at 5 too. So
Well, this one was done by what? 10:15 after the encore.
Was it 10:15?
I think so. It was around 10:15. It wasn't at
Yeah, no,
concerts. It didn't go that
sounds
late.
about right because I think we were home by about
By
11:15.
Yeah, 11:15.
So it wasn't bad.
No.
Doesn't mean we went to bed right away.
No, never happens. Like 1 o'clock
Can you
in the
ever
morning.
after a concert?
No, you're
No,
jacked
you-
up and you're just like,
Exactly.
No, and you gotta have a shower because ew,
Yes.
that is a must for me. I can't.
So those of you who don't know who Apocalyptica is, they are a Finnish symphonic metal band out of
Helsinki.
Helsinki.
I had no idea who they were, and I didn't know they've been around this long.
This
How long
is
have they been
actually
around?
they've been around since 1993. This is
Never-
actually the second time I've seen them.
Never heard it. I only heard of them the last time Clint and Scarlett went to see them with
Lacuna Coil.
because I didn't go because I was like, that is so not my thing. I'm not going.
Yeah, as somebody who particularly doesn't care for instrumental music, yeah.
Where's the voices? Yeah.
So now, once again, on that one, they did do their instrumental, but they did have a singer
Yeah.
on that tour as well. So they did have singing during their songs because they do have songs where someone sings.
Yeah.
I'm getting ahead of myself
You are getting ahead of
because ultimately this is a heavy metal rock band, but it is done on cellos,
Yes.
which is really cool. The way that they do it is one of the cellos ultimately mimics the voices in the singing or whatever. So they could have the hard rock beat. You can hear, obviously you have to know the songs, but you can in essence hear it being sung through the
Hear
way
the lyrics through the
way
music.
the music is
Oh,
portrayed
interesting.
on it.
Yeah.
So it is really, really cool, the way it comes across and they do it. And it is just awesome to sit there and watch it. Is you're literally watching, three guys with cellos on stage playing heavy metal music.
And weren't the cellos
Heavy metal, classical music.
Yeah,
Yes.
Very
because I like
melodic.
classical
it's all
music.
the same, right?
Yeah, classical music. That's the only other one, or the one that I don't mind not having vocals, right?
Yeah.
But this one, it was definitely interesting because is it not though that each cello is tuned differently, so
Yes.
that one's like a bass, one's
Yes.
yeah. So that's why it's so different. It's not like listening
Yeah, no.
to-
So each one does their part. When they actually started, they started as a quartet. So there was actually 4
Yeah.
cellos when they did it, and each one would pull out a different part of the song, and obviously it's complemented with a drummer. So they actually have a physical drummer there as well, but each part is complemented from the other. And these guys, they actually were from, I think it's a university or whatever. Trained.
yeah, Sibelius Academy in Helsinki.
Yeah.
that part?
So they're classically trained. So one, you mentioned classical music or whatever, they played all that stuff, but they were also pretty much just like us, little metalheads. They liked the rock and roll music.
Oh, 100%. They
And-
were like, just like shaking their fists and being like, yeah, come on, guys.
and that's where it started out. Is we were a Metallica cover band, and that playing Metallica music.
But that's the perfect instruments for Metallica as well.
I would say, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much where they got their start. And I think it was in here somewhere is they played the music. I think it actually got to Metallica, and then they actually got to tour with Metallica.
Oh,
I was
awesome.
reading that. Yeah, that Lars invited him out on a tour and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah.
I like Lars because I'm a huge Metallica fan or whatever. Obviously, people have difficulty with Lars through various things and decisions he's made through the
Napster.
years.
Yeah. Well,
We'll get to that in Ticketmaster. Yeah.
But he is cool. Like he will because I think on this particular situation, he heard them like these guys are amazing. He literally flew to Helsinki to listen to them, and like everything kind of got the ball rolling from there. And then in the process of doing all that or whatever, obviously they got the record deal to record their stuff this way. So their first album was Apocalyptica Does Metallica. They have done I think 11 albums, something like that. And in the process, they've gotten to work with all different types of people through the industry and stuff. Like I know one of their favorite songs, and this one has lyrics to it. Is they
Hence one of Kim's favorite songs.
they have Corey Taylor from Slipknot singing the vocals on one of their songs,
oh, okay.
and that. And
He suits that. He would suit that.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
He totally suits. And like I said, they have other musicians. When I saw them the first time around, they had a touring musician with them as well, and so you can see them, and they can play songs where people are singing as well. This particular one is a tour for Apocalyptica Does Metallica Volume 2, because that was their new album that came out. So literally on this concert was nothing but Metallica songs all the way through.
With you, this was the one that had the original tracks from legendary Cliff Burton, is what you have here too. And that they did talk
Yeah.
about that, right? The volume 2.
Yeah, like when they went to record this new album, they had not only did they have like the approval of the members of Metallica, the members of Metallica actually helped them to do some of the arrangements. So yeah, some of the parts they did literally mimicked Cliff Burton's original tracks to it, and then
It's collaborating. It's in there, so the original tracks are in their background.
And then there's also both James Hetfield and Robert Trujillo. They helped out on the album as well in certain songs or whatever. Obviously, they're not on stage with them this time. This is just them live on stage or whatever. But it's a really, really cool idea.
Well, it's something I definitely went into not knowing anything about, and all I knew was there was not going to be voices, which I was not, thrilled about. But it says here, sold 6 million albums and have toured relentlessly, have released 8 rapturously received records. So I was pleasantly surprised, I think, is what I will say about Apocalyptica, in the sense that they were entertaining. They had a good stage presence. They were funny. Like, so for, how like usually you take the break and one musician will take over for the rest so they can go have a break. These ones basically did like a little comedy thing when the other ones were taking a break, because they weren't going to play. They would talk. They would tell you stories. They would make jokes in their very broken English. But it was good. It was funny.
Yeah, okay, because the one you have to pronounce names. I
Okay,
can't
I'll try
pronounce
it.
them.
Which one?
Second guy.
This one?
Yeah.
Pertu Kavalasco.
Okay.
Sorry if I butchered your name.
I do apologize. So the other members walked off, and he's just like, they left me alone on stage.
That wasn't smart, now was it? Yeah, it was pretty funny. He was pretty funny.
He did a lot of the talking.
And Eka Topanen, he also did a lot of it. I
Yeah.
don't think Pavo.
No, Pavo didn't talk at all.
No.
Eiko Topanen did some of the talking, and he is the founding member of Apocalyptica. So it is his baby, and he does speak on it. and he has he has an awesome personality with it as well. But once again, I can't say his name. Pertu. He is just hilarious. He's
like a bundle of ADHD. I don't like. He just running across the stage, jumping, like even with the cello, like
Really?
running from
like
side to side.
You take certain parts, and you know how big a cello is.
Yeah.
And like obviously they have little spikes on them,
The legs.
so they can just kind of stand. But he will get up and just move across the other end of the stage and just play on the other end of the stage
From the ground, what have you? Yeah, he was.
I found his is actually, when I mentioned that there is parts that kind of play to the vocal part, that is the part that he tends to play, is more the vocal part, whereas the other two,
Pavo?
I think Pavo is the deeper, the
the
actual
bass.
bass,
Yeah.
the sound to it.
Pavo Johan.
And then-
And he was the one that did the cartwheel, wasn't he?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he did a
What
cartwheel.
did we say? He's 56?
Yeah. It's like he
56?
did a cartwheel.
Dang, I haven't done
kill
it
myself.
right.
I did a
I haven't been able to do a
cartwheel.
cartwheel in probably 15 years.
No.
Not
No.
in front of all those people. Definitely not.
No, it was really good. Yeah. I was like, good for you, sir.
Right?
Can we talk about the opening band?
Okay, well actually, because I wanted to get to the opening band and then
Yeah.
come back to this. So let's go to the opening band. Opening band was Nita Strauss. For anyone who doesn't know Nita Strauss, she is a guitar virtuoso who actually she still does. Actually,
she
she
still does.
tours around with Alice Cooper. So that's
Where she started ish.
where she is most well known for. Obviously, Alice would have only noticed her because of her skill on the guitar.
That's not what I thought you were going to say. 100% not what you thought you were going to say.
Alice Cooper.
You're like, I'm going to look at this lady and see.
Right?
She's very
I have to
out
see.
there.
Alice Cooper is very supportive of her solo career.
Yeah.
They are great friends.
Yeah.
I thought it was awesome that she recently last year got married,
To the drummer.
and the gentleman that she married is the actual drummer to the band.
Yeah.
It also
Oh, okay, yeah.
said somewhere
She has some good assets why men would like her.
Yeah, definitely.
Be very interested in her, not necessarily for her music.
Have you heard of her though before Alice Cooper or anything like that?
I knew of her from Alice
Yeah,
Cooper. I knew of her from Alice Cooper.
Okay.
So
I knew her other band.
Oh, did you?
yeah, see, I said, I knew her from Alice Cooper and stuff. So when I saw that she was the opening act, okay, I knew what to expect on it. We come back to the fact that she is a guitar virtuoso. So I can't say that word.
Virtuoso?
You did pretty good.
Yeah, that was good. Pretty good.
So I know it was going to be guitar music. It's going to be similar to Satriani. It's going to be similar to Vi. I don't mind that stuff. That's what I grew up listening to. I know Lyle is a huge fan of that. Kim,
Just a
not so much.
Kim did not realize that she was the opening act until we got there and was like, oh,
Yeah.
I have to sit through this now? Okay. I will say, for what she does, even though I don't, it's not my thing, I can appreciate that she's good at what she does.
Yeah.
However,
Here we go.
I don't think they're very good at stage presence at all. They don't have a very good, it doesn't look like it's planned out well. It was very
But
jumbly.
that would be more outside. I know what you're referring to, but that's more outside of.
It's not. It's their problem. They're the
it's,
band.
it's their issue. Okay.
Yeah,
so
calm down. My opinion.
No. I know, but I want to give background to what we're talking about. So, for the final 2 or 3 songs, she brought on an actual singer. Lady's name was Casey Carlson. She was the vocalist for band Deadlands.
I was happy there was a singer. Not so much once I heard her.
Obviously, this is Nita's band, so for the most part, Nita is the one that you would really be focusing on. But
I wasn't talking about the lighting, but you can go ahead about that. That's
Okay.
not what I meant.
Okay. In this particular situation, is obviously you have a guitar player and the singer, and whoever is manning the lights didn't know who to follow.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
So the
gosh.
singer is over stage left.
Yeah.
And the light is in the center.
Okay.
On whoever, not even necessarily on anybody, just in the center. So you hear this person singing and you can't see them. So Clint's point was like, well, but Nita, sorry?
Yeah.
She's the focal point. So that's where the thing, I said, she's not singing. Like, that's dumb. So then all of a sudden you see the light go shoo over to the person singing. You're like, okay.
There you go.
Lighting, it could have been the
It could be the attendant, whatever. But I was just kind of like, they should know. This should have been practiced.
Yeah.
But it wasn't even just that. It was just in general the way they performed on stage. It wasn't. It was very choppy to me. Like, there wasn't a very smooth running kind of thing. It was almost like you may as well just sat on a chair and played your fucking guitar.
Well, I'm wondering if because she's used to playing with
Alice
Cooper, she's not the center of attention. She's played with Demi Lovato.
Yeah.
She's not the center of attention.
No.
She did play with a cover band.
Well, they don't
before
have somebody
Iron
coordinating
Maidens.
them. Yeah.
So they did cover songs, right? So
Yeah. So, but there's nobody. I think there's nobody coordinating
There
their
was probably
actions on
nobody-
stage.
yeah.
So they're just going up there and playing like a pub band.
Yeah.
And I was just like, this is very. I just didn't think it was a very good offering of what they could do. And then the keyboardist. We don't even know if the keyboardist was actually playing, because every time we saw the keyboardist, like when the light kind of went, she was holding onto the keyboard and just headbanging and swirling her hair. I'm like, okay, clearly she was just paid to swirl her hair, because at a certain point, her and Nita
Nita.
were both swirling their hair so much it was laughable. Like, I get it, you're headbanging, whatever, but swirling your hair consistently through a half-hour set looks stupid. I don't know. It just looked laughable at that point. I was like, can you stop? Like, maybe do something else, or like maybe play your keyboard, because it doesn't seem like you're playing your keyboard. It just seems like you're there to have your tits hanging out and your hair shaking. Anyways, I think they're there just for the men, and I'm not a man. So I was just like, okay, can we move on to Apocalyptica, please?
like I said, I don't think she's used to playing, because I know she's just started doing this, like the more solo stuff.
I thought she's been doing solo for a while.
Well, she's been doing solo for a while, but not as much as like Vi or Satriani. Like, that's their whole life, right?
Right.
Where she's used to doing
with a band.
with the band. She
Yeah.
does her guitar solo with the other guitarist.
Yeah.
All right, we're done. Next, we'll just
And
play
that
the music.
part was good.
Yeah.
I'm going to
And
say
I'm
that
wondering if
part was good.
that's-
I was just like, they need
You were
to
impressed
tighten
by
that
the
up.
showmanship
The
of it.
showmanship.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's a good word. I was like, they need to do something. They need to have a plan. Mostly like a play. You're
Yeah.
going to have, we're going to move over here. We're going to do this.
Yeah.
We're gonna, right. Like you need to have something, especially coming from somebody that worked with Alice Cooper. Give me a break.
I found it interesting is, so with the people on stage is obviously there's her, and then she has a rhythm guitarist playing. They didn't have a bass player at all, and that it
No.
was just it was just her, a rhythm guitarist,
Yeah.
the girl on keyboards, and
The hair shaker.
the hair shaker,
And a drummer.
and her husband, the drummer,
The drummer
who
was amazing. He was amazing. I will definitely agree there. Like,
I haven't
amazing.
heard him yet, so I know of him, but I
Yeah. Like, she's very good at what she does. He's very good at what, like, it's more something that I would say you don't need to go see them.
At the
Because
great distance
you could
it
walk,
was.
you could
See,
just,
once,
she
it
was
was one
good.
of those artists you've seen once.
You're good.
you're good. You could listen
Yeah.
to them more on an album than,
Yeah.
because again, they're not offering anything from the stage, right? It's just the sound. The singer that she brought out, Clint was impressed about how deep her voice was, because she's a screamer.
Yeah.
She's a Jason. And I was just like,
Well, no, okay. It was interesting because she could come and actually sing.
she was singing as well.
Melodic parts, and then
Yeah.
out of nowhere, out of the same frame, the same person, you literally got.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that part
Kind
was
of like
funny.
the new singer from Linkin Park then, because she would be
Yeah.
singing away, and then all of a sudden
Yeah.
the growly voice comes along.
Yeah, but you can tell, unfortunately, at least what I noticed, is her singing in general wasn't very good. I think she's more
A screamer.
Because you don't have to have any
Talent.
melodic levels, I guess,
Yeah.
to
Yes.
scream into a microphone.
Yeah.
So she's definitely, I think, one of those not bad at what she does. But it was just like, it was funny, especially because you were like, I just saw the look on Clint's face, and when she started to scream, and I was like, yeah,
No line
that
is-
came out of her.
Yeah, probably unexpected too.
It
You
was,
weren't thinking
yeah,
that, and-
yeah. Yeah, we weren't expecting
Like if you were prepared for it, it probably wouldn't have been that bad.
Yeah, because I don't remember what she has her own band. I don't remember what it was. The Deadlands.
Yeah.
So we'll have to check that out and see
Yeah,
what
now
she
I'm
can do
curious.
with her actual band.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
metalcore band, Deadlands, based out of New York.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense then.
Yeah.
It's more screaming.
It's more screaming. I know. So I was like, and that one's not really my thing either. But I was just like, okay, I've got earplugs in. I'm good to go.
It's music that you're not used to.
Oh, totally. Well, no,
Yeah.
it's not even.
But
that
it was
I'm
an
not used to.
experience.
It was an experience. That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to hate on it because
No.
there was definitely give them kudos for what they do. They did well for what they do.
Yeah.
They need to work on some stuff, which I think is fair. And but Apocalyptica, I was pleasantly surprised that I liked
Yeah,
it.
like I think one thing with like you're talking an opening band comes out, you're literally you have your instruments on stage. That's it. You don't have much control on anything else
Other than what you do on the stage with it.
Well, I know, but ultimately you're stripped down. You're a bar band on
Yeah.
Pretty much.
on a stage.
Yeah.
So you're
Sounds like
limited.
you're giving them an excuse.
Well, I'm just
an excuse for not doing a stage.
ultimately
presence.
I'm doing it as a comparison because
Yeah.
obviously they came out and they did what they did on the limited
budget? No.
the limited show that they have being.
But how long
the
were they
opening
doing
band.
this tour?
I don't know.
We're divided on this, as we can see.
Yeah, no, this is interesting. This is good. Well,
Mom and Dad are fighting.
Because
No, they're
it's
not.
your point of view, because
Yeah.
you're not a fan of instrumentals, I guess you could say. Well, you are.
I am, but not. It's not something I'm going to go out of my way to do.
That's right. So it's a different
So-
experience for you.
Yeah.
Clint is used to it because we grew up on Satriani and Vi.
Oh, sure, but I'm just more talking about the whole like not having your shit together on stage. That I don't think there's an excuse.
I think
for
that's
that.
what we're used to. Picture the bands that we've seen.
Probably that's my problem. I'm
Like
used
we've
to them
seen-
Because we're used to, more bands
Good
that have their
artists and-
shit
stuff together. Yeah.
Yeah.
But even their opening acts, like I think back to a lot of the opening acts we've seen, they've all been better.
Yeah.
But like different productions. If you're talking a stadium production, there is going to be budgets in there for that opening band to have a little more
Yeah,
But
show
still
and
not,
shit.
it's still
to
not
it.
about budget though. This is just about how you're moving on stage, how you're
Unless there was
presenting
no
yourself.
communication with the
That's
lighting
what
guy, or
that's what I
something.
mean.
Maybe
like,
I don't
Like
know.
yeah,
That's-
that
that's
part
more
with the
what I'm-
lights.
Like you would think they
definitely
would have a
definitely
rehearsal or something.
miscommunication.
Yeah.
It'd be
Yeah.
choreographed. That's where choreograph doesn't cost money because you can choreograph yourself, and you can say this is what
She
we're going
was
to do
choreographed with
for
her-
herself, but not
with-
between
with,
other
with
people.
Her, with her rhythm guitarist and stuff like this because they were both doing, like, lack of a better term,
The hair spinning?
No, well, there was
a lot of hair
there was a hair spinning. No, there was guitar poses or whatever. Like I can't even describe how she did it, but like they literally like flipped
Side
their guitars
lunges and
and
stuff,
were
yeah.
and were playing them and stuff, which looked
Gotcha.
really cool on stage to see.
Yes, that part did look good. Yes.
Where I was kind of going is like obviously they come in limited resources
Okay.
for their performance. Then you come into Apocalyptica who have more behind them. So not only did they have the music and everything like this, they had the huge light show that went along with it.
But they were also, but their movements on stage were more precise, more actionable, more choreographed.
But they've been doing it probably longer, obviously, than Nita. So maybe that.
How
could
long
be,
has she worked for? But see, go back. She's been on stage how long?
Yeah,
But
It
yeah,
does-
to Lyle's
right?
point too, like not as the
A
feature
single?
act.
maybe because she's
Maybe.
always with the band.
So she gets
Yeah.
told what
Yeah.
to do, so she doesn't know what to do and hasn't thought of having someone tell her what to do. I
Yeah.
guess that's possible.
Or she hasn't come up with the ideas like a lot of or she doesn't. Like I know with Leopard,
Yeah.
they were like, "Oh yeah, we're supposed to be. Yeah, it's all written down. Yeah, we're supposed to go over here and then over here, and because
Mm-hmm.
the lighting crew is like, this is where you need to be, and the sound, and this is where the song is going to be, and who knows, right? They might not even have listened to anything beforehand, or
I think my point though is with that is just that if you've been in bands and you've been on big stage presence already, you should know that is part of it. So why
Yeah.
haven't you dealt with
You
it?
should have an idea at least.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
should have an idea.
Yeah, that's all. That's all I mean. It's
no,
not
yeah,
that.
totally. Like I agree. Like,
Yeah, I think that's all where I'm going. Is
but
just
she's
that
probably
she
been
doesn't.
told this is where you're going to be, not.
Not that you have any choice. Maybe she has no choice over
Maybe.
it.
Maybe.
That could be like no control over it at all. Okay, I could see that, but I don't know. That was just what I noticed.
Clint's not sure where to go from here.
I don't. No, and it comes into it. Like, I appreciate the fact you went because I knew this particular band was not your cup of tea, your thing.
Yeah.
I really wanted to go. Scarlett really wanted to go.
Yeah.
We were happy.
Do you regret that I went now?
I don't regret that you went. Like, ultimately, I wasn't like, I appreciate Nita Strauss for being there. I wasn't there for Nita Strauss. I wanted to see Apocalyptica.
Oh, 100%. I didn't even know there was an opening act.
I wanted to see Apocalyptica since last time I saw Apocalyptica.
Yeah.
Like, and that was the whole reason I invited all you guys and stuff, is like, this is something I'm passionate about. I really enjoy this band, and
it's something different that none of us have necessarily.
yeah, it's something that you guys haven't seen, and it's really hard. Like, you know, I can talk about it here, but it's really hard to
explain it,
convey what I see, what I love about it. So that's why, you know, in the case of bringing Kim along or even inviting you guys along, is so you can kind of experience what I enjoy about it.
So that we can have our opinions about it.
Yeah. Like I said, you
now we can all look it up.
You don't have to have the same opinion on me, and you know, if you hate it, you hate it. That's fine. I find it absolutely hilarious. I find it really cool. They are not the only cello people that I have listened to where they play rock music and stuff like this. Like, I'm really impressed on what people can do with those instruments.
Oh yeah. What I found interesting, and I brought this up with Scarlett because she asked me if I liked it. I said, well, is it a good or a bad thing that I was like soothed and I was falling asleep? She's like, no, that's right. That's what it's supposed to feel like. And this is Metallica music, but cello. And
but as like cello, yeah.
Yeah. So she said, because I did too. She's like, I felt very lulled, very calm, wanting to sleep. And I was like, yeah, that's how I felt. Like about halfway through their set, I was like, I could just take a little nap and have that playing in the background.
Yeah.
So that to me is good.
So I guess that's a good thing.
It is. Yeah, absolutely. Like I said to Clint, the one reason that I said I would go is because it's Metallica music, and at least that I know, right? I know that I can get through this because I can.
I can do this. I can get through it.
I can get through it because it's at least music I know. Now, obviously, they played a few that I didn't know, but that's okay. It's still Metallica. And then just that second side of it being classical instruments, I do like classical music. So I guess I'm a bit of a hypocrite in that sense, or contradictory, because that one doesn't need lyrics or voices. But yeah, I think it was good in a lot of ways.
Like, it would have actually almost been cool if they didn't do it on this one, and obviously you got to know your crowd and stuff like this, but because they're classically trained, it would have almost been cool if they like started playing Beethoven and then moved into
tuxedos.
a rock.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Or vice versa, because
Yeah.
like I said, there is another band that I follow, and I think they've disbanded or whatever, but they're called Two Cellos, and they used to do the same thing. So they would start out playing Beethoven, and next thing you know, they're playing AC/DC. And
You've shown me two cellos as well before. Yeah. But which one is it this one? Is it Apocalyptica that had the singers on the videos that you showed me?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, those were good. Those are very good. So if they could tour with some singers like that, even better.
Now if they come back, I'm going to have to go regardless.
Yeah, I think I'll have to go again and try it again.
Yeah, like this one.
I'm curious to see what it's like.
Yeah, like this one in particular is because the album they're touring for is Apocalyptica does Metallica. So in that sense, that's why they only covered Metallica on it.
I'd like to see their other stuff.
Yeah, like did they have the
I was going to say, like, what other kind of stuff have they done?
Wasn't it Pantera? Did I see Pantera written in here?
Yeah, they've done Pantera and stuff. Like I said, they had the singers from Slipknot and stuff. They've also written
Faith No More.
They've also written their own compositions as well, so it's not all
Not
covers
all covers
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because like the stuff, like the one that Corey Taylor sings on, is a song they wrote. So when I saw them on the previous tour, they
it says
they didn't have Corey Taylor, but they had the other singer. The other singer came out and sang the song.
Like three original songs written by Aka.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Surprisingly, I put notes together. It's a lot of copy and pasting, but me, who doesn't do research, put stuff together for this
because you wanted to know. Because this is definitely something that we haven't gone to one that isn't I'll say well known in our in our groups.
Yeah.
Right? This wouldn't be something that would be a normal, yeah, let's go do this, or let's listen to this, or we've been listening to them as our core for like 15, 20 years. This hasn't been the case because I don't know how long you've been listening to them.
Like, not since 93 when I started. I knew of them.
Yeah.
Back
you did
then.
too?
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
I knew of them, but I didn't really follow it too deeply at that time. Obviously, as we prepared, like when we went to the other concert, like I said, was Apocalyptica and Lacuna Coil. I heard Apocalyptica was going to be there. That was why I wanted to go. Child knew that Lacuna Coil was going to be there. That's why she went. So we actually went for two different different reasons. We both enjoyed both parts of the show.
What was it that got you into them in the first place?
The fact of playing Metallica music in it. That's what kind of first captivated my attention. And then, like, I love the idea of taking a classical instrument
And making it rock.
And
making it rock.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's just amazing. Like, there is another woman out here who she plays the violin.
Yeah,
or
I was just going to
fiddle.
mention that. Too.
Lindsay Sterling.
Yeah.
And you judge me for watching her.
I sure do. And I think I have every reason to.
But I think she's an amazing artist as well, and it's the same thing. It's amazing
What they can do.
what they can do with that instrument or those instruments.
So you hadn't heard of them, Vicki?
No.
No.
I
Not at
remember
all.
when they came out, and I thought it's a cool idea,
Yeah.
and I did want to see them back in the day, and then I lost
just
track
didn't.
of them,
It was not on my radar at all. Only from what you guys had played in the house before you went to the other concert, and then when you brought up that they were here and you wanted to go again, so I was like, "All right, I know nothing about it. We'll go. We'll see."
Like I said, me and Scarlett, we're probably gonna still try and go regardless.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't. If I didn't go, you were going. It was not.
No,
not a
we
question
were
of
playing.
that.
It was just I happened to, and I don't even know why, but for some reason I just happened to log into Groupon. I would wonder.
It was meant to be.
And,
Yeah.
and sure
Well, 'cause
enough,
it was
there was a coupon there.
What was
and
that? Like a week before they were coming? I don't even know. It
2
was
weeks. It was 2 weeks before
yeah,
they were
because
coming.
we already had a lot of concerts planned
Planned,
out,
yeah.
booked out, and this was just I was like, we have one on Saturday. What are you doing?
For those not paying attention, I just went to a concert
Last night?
Yeah, I went to one on Monday, and I just went to one on Saturday.
That's right. And then we got another one this month as well.
And if I had my way,
We couldn't do both.
I would have. Well, no, okay. Well,
Theory of a Dead Man was playing last night as well.
and tonight.
Oh, and tonight. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we're not going.
No,
No,
but there was
I want to, but
Theory of a Dead Man. Okay, and then also Our Lady Please and Collective
yes,
Soul.
Yeah.
in Abbotsford. I was like, oh,
So there was a lot that I
Too
really,
many.
too many.
Yeah.
really,
Yeah, we had to
I was
choose.
asked-
They really have
I
to
was
coordinate
asked-
better and not play all on the same
Why
night,
are they all
right?
playing in March?
I was asked on Friday night if I was going to see that one, the Our Lady Peace.
I
with
want to
Collective
go.
Soul.
I wanted to
I'm
go
like,
so bad.
I saw Our Lady Peace when they toured with Van Halen back
Oh
in
my
'95. That was
goodness.
their first album. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they're back within the year or maybe next year because I would like to see Our Lady Peace. It just didn't work out because
Yeah.
we were going.
It's the problem
To
with all
another
these
show.
concerts, and there's so many venues. And
Well, they're all doing it in March. Why? Do you know why?
because the Junos are coming up.
Yes. That's why it's so stinking busy for concerts this month.
Never thought about that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why they're
But
all
it's
here.
kind of weird though because Junos are not until the end of the month,
Mm-hmm.
and like the bands can't stay in town.
No,
until
I think
the
it's just
Junos-
because the music scene, they want it poppin' before the.
Yeah, because the music
Yeah,
scene
they
in
want
Vancouver's not
to
very-
get your music, their
Yeah.
music
Yeah.
in your head.
Yeah.
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 You saying the music scene's not good here?
Well, we don't have a lot of the bigger bands come through here.
Not
They'll play
anymore,
Toronto
no.
or
Yeah.
Montreal or something like that. But
Yeah.
And I call those bands wrong.
I know.
Exactly.
Same.
And that's
The West Coast has
but I
a
think-
way better vibe.
People are starting to come here now.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
which is
Well,
a good thing because they're
it's-
getting the
yeah.
attendance. They're getting.
Yeah. Well, and
But we've
sometimes you
got
just have
we've
to.
got a lot of places to play now. Like
They need to play the smaller, like, not saying the Queen Elizabeth is a smaller venue by any means, but it is smaller than, say, BC Place or what have you.
Or
right?
Rogers or whatever,
So
yeah.
it's a good place to go and do this.
I saw the
and,
Black Crows out in Abbotsford.
and Abbotsford is good too.
Abbotsford
Yeah.
Abbotsford's a
Center,
good
right?
size.
So-
Yeah.
Langley. Langley
Yeah.
has a place that you could do that, right? Like,
Yeah. There's
they
more
all
of
work.
these
Or,
venues,
no, it was
right?
Default that played at the Langley Event Center.
yeah, defaulted. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's more places to play, and then once people realize that
And
They
they,
can.
maybe they don't have to pay as much for a venue and actually make some money on their tour, right?
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
That's I think
That's a
where it
whole other episode. We have notes on that one.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
coming
it's
up
coming.
at some point in time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyways,
But yeah,
I think all in all, it was a good experience.
it's good though. You know.
You got to stretch out. And
You do. You have to
reach and do different
And
things.
that was that whole thing in the New Year's one where I said I'd be listening to newer music, and
Yep.
I've started. So it's something that you can do.
Oh, totally. Doesn't
Like,
mean
it's
you're going to
easy.
like it.
No,
And that's okay.
No.
You're still trying something.
It is difficult to listen to newer music because you get pigeonholed
Yeah.
into what you like
You do.
or whatever, and then
Yeah.
even if you make playlists on things, it's obviously going to gear to the songs that you like.
Yeah.
It is a little harder to branch out. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes
like
it's bad.
this artist has been around for a long time, but first time you've seen them, and
Yeah.
you never know.
No, and sometimes it's better not to know of them,
No,
right?
Yeah, because
then
you
don't
go
know.
in without expectations. and-
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zero expectation,
well,
and
because
maybe you
I'm
get
seeing
pleasantly surprised.
Heart in a couple of weeks,
Yeah.
and there's a band that's opening up I've never heard of.
Oh, well, then I'll be interested to hear about that.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you know,
it's funny
little things
because I
like
heard
that.
the
Right?
Heart one today on the radio, and I was like, we gotta go to Heart.
I know, I've been humming and hawing
Me
about
too,
it too, actually.
Me too. It wouldn't be a bad thing, Vicky. We could all just get seats together.
Well, I don't know if we can get seats together, but we can all go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's only four of us if Alan comes, because Lyle and them would be.
Well, we
wherever
all know
they
that
are.
he won't.
No. Okay, so then we only need 3 seats.
Yes.
Might be easier to find 3 seats than
We're gonna
4.
spend an episode. Come to a concert, Alan.
Alan, we're going to berate you. You need to come to a concert.
Well, and that's at the Coliseum too. I've
Yeah,
been
exactly.
to the Coliseum for a concert. In a
I do
long
not
time,
like the
so
Coliseum for concerts.
I'll tell you what it's like.
So,
No, because we went to Alice Cooper and Rob Zombie there. I didn't like it. I like Rob Zombie and Alice Cooper, and it was a good show, but I just don't prefer that venue.
It's been 25 years for me.
It has not been 25 years.
It's not been 25 years for me. I actually like that venue.
You like that venue?
It's probably more the nostalgic reason on
Yeah.
that, because that's where a lot of our first
Our
They
concerts
were,
were.
concerts were,
absolutely.
yeah.
But if you
I was
compare it
just
to
gonna
other
say-
venues,
I've almost
Yeah.
been there almost every year though, because I have to go to the Lurko shows.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but stuff like that's different than a
That is
concert.
a different
It
concert,
is.
yeah.
It is.
I mean, the Super
But it's-
Dogs were
it's
in
one of
there.
those things
So
that
I was going to say, yeah, like we go to the P&E and watch
Yeah.
Super Dogs there every
Yeah.
year, you know?
I know, but it's one of those things that you kind of go in there, and obviously, there's all the trade booths and stuff like this. But meanwhile, you're going, and I saw this concert here and there, and I sat
And I said,
there.
is that where we saw Def Leppard the first time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, my first time
Yeah.
when I was like 17. Yeah.
Yeah, the Adrenalize, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it would have been my
For
first
the,
time,
the
but that
curtain
would have
dropped
Yeah.
and you didn't see it.
But I
Yeah,
missed
that
it.
one.
Yeah.
Well, no, that one went
Just
up.
had to rub that in there, folks.
That one went up.
Yes, that one went
Oh,
up.
went up. Sorry, not
Yeah.
down, but still, he didn't see it.
I
like we
missed it.
did. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's why that one was so fast, though. Is like,
Yeah.
obviously the previous tour it dropped,
Yeah.
so that's what you're expecting. Oh, they got the curtain again. This is great. And all of a sudden it went.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see. Maybe we'll may have to look at tickets, guys.
Right.
Not that we need another concert this month.
For those playing at home, I'm looking at my phone now.
Anyways,
Check your bank accounts. Anyway.
yes.
Oh, let's not talk about the bank account.
Yeah, we're not going to get into
Well,
Oh,
no,
no, we'll get into that off air because I'm hurting. Anyways,
Okay.
not hurting in a bad way, just like, oh my God, what did we do?
let's just say we moved some finances around.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyways, so it was good. All in all, I recommend seeing them. Go with an open mind. You're still gonna. I mean, there's always going to be little
Sounds
opinions
bad
about
when
things.
you say go with an open mind.
Well, no, but seriously,
Don't go with
'cause-
expectations.
Yeah, don't go with expectations because if you've never seen them before, you can't go in there thinking you're going to hate it. And I didn't. I went in there going, okay, I don't know enough about this to make any kind of decision. Obviously, I did make a harsh decision on the opening act, but that's okay. Who we went to see, I'm fine. I could watch them again. I could listen to them again. So that's surprising.
Oh, cool.
That was good. There you go.
Yeah, buying albums.
There you go.
There you go. I might be sleeping on the couch if you're playing them, but you know,
That's okay too.
that's okay.
That's okay.
I'm all right with that.
I know.
Yeah.
There you go.
I can play that one at work. So
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with that, we will catch you on the flip side. Is that right, or is it the
B-side.
B-side?
It's the B-side.
You know what? I'm having a
It's
day.
been a while.
It's been a while.
Flip the business card.
And it's a B-side. Look at that. See B-side with the little thingy. Yeah. Okay. Catch you on the B-side, guys. Bye.
Thank you for joining us on the Music Roundtable. please like and comment where you listen to the podcast. And make sure you hit subscribe if you haven't already. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter and let us know what you would like us to talk about. Until next time.